Turtles. I'm not gonna lie, man. The Turtles is not the best band name. But hey, it's so crazy because like when you really just think, like, what if you were to create a band today? What would you call it? Like, what hasn't been used? Like, it's crazy. Like, there is no animal that I think hasn't been used. There's no catchphrase. Like, I'm sitting here looking at a clock. Like, is there a band that was called the Clocks? Like, the Cameras. The next band I make, if I ever make a band, we're gonna be called the Cameras. Like, or Camera. Camera actually hard. Camera is actually a dope band name. But anyway, sorry. We're reacting to the Turtles. I never heard of them, know nothing about them, but interesting. That's an interesting animal to name your band after. But because I don't know anything about them, we gotta do some quick research, and then we'll get into the record. Now the record is called Happy Together. Like that band, like that song name, but let me do some quick band research and then we'll get into it. All right. So the Turtles are an American rock band formed in Los Angeles. I've been reacting to a lot of bands out of Los Angeles recently. That's pretty cool. In 1965, the band achieved several top 40 hits throughout the latter half of the 1960s, including It Ain't Me, Babe, You Baby, Happy Together, She'd Rather Be With Me, Eleanor, and You Showed Me. Okay. Their genres are folk rock and psychedelic pop. Okay. Labels White Whale and Sundazed Records. Okay, I've never heard of either of those labels. The original 6 members were Howard Kaylan, Mark Volman, Al Nickel, Jim Tucker, Chuck Ports, and Don Murray, with subsequent members being Chip Douglas, Joel Larson, Johnny Barbata, Jim Pons, and John Sider. As the Turtles' commercial success waned by the end of the 1960s, they became plagued with management issues, lawsuits, and conflicts within their label, White Whale Records, leading the group to break up in 1970. Damn. Kaylan involvement then joined Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, where for contractual reasons they performed under the name Flo and Eddie. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. You know, it sounds like the business side of the industry kind of ruined them more than anything else. But it seemed like they had a pretty successful run. When they say legal issues, I would love to know what they mean. I'm gonna hope they're not talking like copyright stuff, but you know, you never know. But that's sad, you know, having commercial success, doing pretty damn well, and it's just a bunch of internal matters that kind of break everything apart. That really sucks. But anyway, man, this is Happy Together, so we know this is one of their top 40 hits. Now, they didn't specify where on the charts it landed, but it's within the top 40, so very, very successful big hit. So I'm excited to hear it, man. Let's go.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
I've heard this. I was like, wait, hold the hell up. I've heard this before. Okay. so happy together. I know nobody like you in all my life. I've 1,000,000% heard this before. Oh wow. Have no idea it was them, and I really don't even know the words, but I've definitely heard this song before. That's hilarious. Okay, so this should be fun.
Day and night, it's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the
Fire so far. I really love the backing vocals when they're singing the chorus. I don't wanna love nobody but you for all my life. I really like that. But then the backing vocals, just and I never really noticed the horns. Anytime I've heard that chorus, I've never noticed like the horns or saxophone that's being played. But that's a great addition as well. Damn, it's crazy. I'm finally hearing this song and like finally hearing it for the first time. It's so dope. But yeah, those are two aspects that I never really noticed: the backing vocals and the horns.
Baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. How they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together, so happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together, we're happy together, so happy together.
I like that, man. I like that. You know who they remind me of? And not just because of the cover art that was right here. That kind of sounded like a Beatles record. Like, I don't know why, but that, like, I just heard Beatles when I heard that. But that's a great record, man. I never knew in all my years of hearing that song, well, at least the chorus, I never knew anything about it, who made it, nothing. And that record is hard. That's a great record. Again, the horns, That was an addition that I never really paid much attention to. Like anytime I've heard the song used in like commercials and stuff, I've never noticed the horns. But that was a great addition. And the back end, ba da ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Like I love the backing vocals and the horns. Like that really did it for me. But the record as a whole is a great record. It's a it's a fun record. It's a catchy record, but very melodic and a lot of great instrumentation. I really enjoyed it. I can't believe I finally heard it for the first time in its entirety. That's so dope. So the song was written by Gary Bonner and Alan Gordon and recorded by the American rock band The Turtles. It was released as a single, backed with Like the Seasons in January 1967 and peaked at number 1 on the Billboard. So they didn't say that. They just say in the top 40. This is a number 1 record. I could see that. Considering how much this song still gets played today, I'm not surprised by that at all. Becoming the band's first and only chart topper there. It also reached the top 20 in various countries, including number 2 in Canada, 12 in the UK. It's a great record. Classified as pop rock, psychedelic pop, sunshine pop. Bonner and Gordon composed the song while members of the Magicians, the Turtles, recorded their version in the Sunset Sound Studio with the newly arrived bassist Chip Douglas arranging the horns and backing vocals. Well, shout out to Chip. Shout out to Chip because his arrangements were absolutely impeccable. Just it made the song, in my opinion. The backing vocals and the horns made the song. So shout out to Chip Douglas. Proved to be a great addition to the band. After the song's successful release, the band was called to perform it on the Ed Sullivan Show and the Smothers Brothers Show in 1967. I've never heard of the second show. Most performed songs in the United States in the 20th century, according to BMI in 1999. In 2007, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. It's such a catchy... here go the legal stuff. Singers of the Turtles were involved on various legal battles due to their attempts to copyright Happy Together against unauthorized broadcasts, notably with Sirius XM Radio. Wow. Oh, so they were filing the lawsuits. Why was Sirius XM just taking their song? Now I want to know what the hell happened. As the song was recorded in 1967, 5 years before federal sound copyright was established, the group sought to establish that such recordings were covered under common law copyright, a nebulous form of copyright held at the state level in the hopes of earning royalty from Sirius XM. As they did not write the song, they could only receive performance royalties. The Court of Appeals had previously ruled that such a common law copyright may exist for the sales of the recordings in New York in the 2005 ruling Capitol Records, Inc. Okay. On December 20th, 2016, the court ruled that no such common law copyright exists in New York for public performances of a sound recording, and that Flo and Eddie could not claim royalties. Oh, whoa. Damn, so they basically got robbed. Like, oh, that sucks. This record went 3 times platinum and they could not collect royalties. That is insane. See, now it's kind of hard to enjoy the record. With knowing that the writers weren't properly taken care of, man. That sucks. That sucks. Like, they made the song 5 years before the law was even, like, really created. And they couldn't, like, oh, man, that sucks. That sucks. Damn. Well, part of the game, as we all know. We live and we learn, and, thank God they went through that so that current generations, if they're smart, they don't have to go through it. But that's a terrible story, man. Now I feel bad, but it's a great record. It's a great record, man. This record is incredible. Again, it really reminded me of something that I would have heard from the Beatles. But, not trying to play the comparison game, but it just sounded like something I would have heard from the Beatles. But it's a great record. Definitely enjoyed it. Can't wait to hear some more. So even though, I kind of made fun of their name, great band with some great music. So definitely excited and ready to hear some more. Y'all let me know what else from the Turtles I should check out. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that 75K giveaway. Until next time with the Turtles. Peace.